Hello again. Well, as we saw yesterday, we've started the mirror polish on these. I've given them another couple of sessions with the mirror gloss, and they're starting to look quite nice. There's a certain shine to them now. I haven't finished yet, but before I do any more to the mirror gloss, what I want to do is dress the edges. These are a little bit run down now, and it doesn't matter how many times you polish them. If you walk about in your shoes, these are going to get the brunt of any damage, really, apart from the soles. So I've got this stuff. This is Tarago from España, edge dressing, and again, as the usual disclaimer, I'm not being paid by these people. I'm trying it. I'm not even recommending it, really. I'm just going to see what this one's like. I've never used it before. And it says to give it a good shake. And apparently this stuff dries in 3 to 5 minutes. Well, let's hope so. So what I'll do, I'll just test it on the bottom first and just see if I can get it to... That's starting to come. That's it. We'll do the waist, and then yeah, that's working. Just put it nicely around the edges, around the heel here, and then all around the edge of the sole. It's quite easy to apply, and it's going on quite well. Yeah, I'm not disappointed with that so far. So I'll go around the inside of that heel stock as well. It says in some places that you can use acrylic paint and actually paint these edges, but I think this is more of a specialist material. Don't know if you can see that going on there, but I can see the light reflecting as I apply it. Yeah. Yep, nothing wrong with that. 3 to 5 minutes to dry, and it tells you to wash the sponge afterwards, and it doesn't come off. don't think. No, I don't want that off. I will go and give that a little rinse. There, well that's rinsed straight out. There's still a little bit of the colour there, but I don't mind that. I don't want too much water going into the actual dressing inside, so I did it upside down, and of course a little bit will leak out while you're trying to wash the sponge, so who knows, I'll let that dry. And in the meantime, let's go back to the mirror gloss. This building I'm working in, we ran it as a pub, a non-paying pub for our friends for a few years. It was a derelict barn when we moved here, and the walls have been dry lined, and so is the ceiling, and insulated. There's more polystyrene in this building than you could shake a stick at, and the floor as well, because it's just a brick floor. I imagine it goes straight onto the earth, but it's been like this certainly since 1888, it appears on maps, and I think the house itself has been here a bit longer than that, 1820 something, but the barn certainly was here in 1888. When we moved in, it was derelict. The roof had fallen in, there was ivy in here, it wasn't a nice space, so we transformed it. And it's one of the quieter places that I know where I can get some peace. But even this, the main road is maybe, I should think 75 feet from where we are, and it's a fairly busy country road. We hear the traffic in the morning as people are going to work, and back here at the back of the property it's not quite so evident, but we are on a main line for the Royal Air Force, I think, on a route. They pass close to us and over us quite often, and quite low sometimes. It's not as bad now as it used to be, but we know when they're out and about. So if you hear an aeroplane going over, even through the insulation, that'll be it. That'll be our boys practicing. Not far from here is, not within earshot, is a bombing range, and they take the aircraft there and practice. We've sometimes seen the red arrows. They've been past us. You might hear one now. I can hear it. I don't know if the mic is picking it up, but I was brought up on RAF stations in my very early years anyway, so I recognise them. It's not an inconvenience to me. Sometimes it makes you jump if they come over particularly low. But we've seen some beautiful old planes go across as well. The Lancaster bomber, I think there's only 2 left flying now. We've had one of those over here. A terrible machine, a machine of doom and death and destruction when you think about it, for what its purpose was. But yet, a stately and magnificent piece of engineering when you see it in the sky. There now, you can see a little bit more of the reflection of the lights in there. You can maybe pick out the individual dots of light. These are coming on nicely. I shall do the other toe cap now. The way I do it is I try to spend 10 minutes on each toe cap and the same on each heel cap. Just gently alternating. You don't have to press on very hard. Just very gently alternating water and polish. And gradually and slowly we build up this lovely shine. And once you know you can do that, you don't have to be frightened of wearing them, because when the shine does wear off, you put it back again, because you know how to, and you know you can. The finishing touch to these, and I haven't done it for years, and it's a silly thing because it's not very expensive, is a new pair of laces. You can wash the old pair, but they stretch and they do wear out, shoelaces. So I've been today and picked up a new pair, and I'll put those in tomorrow. I think tomorrow will be the last day we do this pair. We'll just complete the mirror shine front and back. Nice new pair of laces, and they'll look like the cat's whiskers. There we go. Those tops are coming on nicely now. Now, I will continue to do this for a little while longer, but there is just one more thing I'm going to do, and this is recommended. What I'm going to do is just add a bit of wax polish to these edges. Now that the edge dressing I know is dry, and I can touch it and nothing's coming off on my hand, I'm going to lock that colour in with a bit of the methodical, the sapphire polish that we used to build up the original wax finish. And I'm just going to run around the edges of these shoes just once. And just lock in that colour. That's not going to do that any harm at all. Now these shoes are essentially customised. I've used the polish I want on them. The finishes that I'm going to build up, continue to polish. Don't worry about the heel caps, I shall continue on those after I've turned the cameras off. But we are now beginning to achieve something really good, and I'm very happy with these. So we'll see a little bit more tomorrow how I've got on. Thank you for joining me. See you soon. Bye bye.